Hello guys, and welcome back for a new review. Today we're going to take a look at the G.I. Joe vs. Cobra Shipwreck from the SPYTROOPS line. This figure came out in 2003. Pretty cool looking figure. And flipping around to the back, you have a picture of Shipwreck, a brief read up, and of course his file card, which is pretty close to the original. You could feel free to pause and read that. So let's get Hector Delgado out of package and we'll get a better look. Stay tuned. Alright, so here is Shipwreck out of package. Pretty cool looking figure. I do like the style that they went with here. You get that, I think they call it a beanie or a Scully style hat on the head sculpt, and a very nicely textured sweater into some gray and black camouflage pants and some short black boots. Taking a closer look at that head sculpt again, not too bad. Now Shipwreck was always shown in the cartoons and all the media with a beard. This particular version, they did do a goatee on him. I would have much preferred the bearded look. Now this design for Shipwreck is of course not his first look. Originally Shipwreck came out in 1985. Real American Hero line, and it came in a basic sailor style uniform, the blue pants, the pork pie hat, and he also came with a bird, which this particular figure did not include, but this version of Shipwreck does harken to another one of the smaller Joes that they came out with later in the line during the SPYTROOPS, where he did wear a sweater like this. He came with, I think, different color pants, but he did have this hat. But even that iteration, if I remember correctly, did have a full beard, and I would have much preferred that. But in any event, this is the look. It's not bad, pretty good, and they did do a nice job on the hair on this particular figure. It's got the two-tone brown, kind of bring it in to the light a little better. See, it's got some variation from light to dark brown. That's a nice touch. Gear included. It comes with a standard M16 assault rifle. Nothing moves on this, no removable clips, just a basic but very well sculpted M16. He also comes with this shoulder holstered pistol, possibly a 9mm. Kind of looks more like a 45 to me, but not an expert on that. Gray with a wood trim detail for the handle. Nicely sculpted belt here with the extra ammo that does not really correspond to any of his other weapons, so I'm pretty sure it's just a reuse from another Joe. And another thing that's included is he comes with a radio, nicely detailed, and it does have a strap. So not too bad. Okay, so let's take a look at his articulation. So this is G.I. Joe from 2003. Head could turn left and right, no problem. Does have a little forward and back and a bit of pivot. Arm can fully rotate. The holster does get a bit in the way. Can go all the way out. 90-degree bend at the elbow, just about 90. I've noticed on these sculpted shirt figures, especially with this kind of sculpted shirt, the 90 degree isn't quite 90. But do get wrist swivel and hinge. and the finger is separated, so you can put that into a trigger. Waist can twist left and right, no forward and back, just left and right. The hip can go forward, back, out, all the way. Knee gets a 90-degree bend. There's also a swivel at the knee and a hinge and swivel at the foot. So decent articulation, not the greatest, but for 2003 it was serviceable. Alright, so final thoughts on Shipwreck. It's a pretty decent figure. I'd say it's a mid-tier style. Not the best they've ever done. It's a nice design that they've went with here. It's definitely a good commando style look with the sweater and the beanie hat and the camouflage pants. You can certainly get him into the battlefield. Another note, I completely forgot all about the knife that is also included with the figure, so a quick look at that. But the design of the figure is pretty cool. I would have preferred, of course, a version 1 style with the sailors. But this one is not bad. And again, it's an iteration of one of the more modern versions of Shipwreck. I would have liked to seen the beard, and I would have liked to seen Polly. You can pick up a Polly for a pretty reasonable price. I got one from the Michael's Craft Store. They have these animals that you can pick up. So that would make for a perfect Polly for Shipwreck. I think that works out pretty well. But in any event, I would recommend picking it up if you can find it for a decent price. It's not necessarily rare, but there's not a ton of them available on eBay, but they pop up from time to time. Good example also of the split finger for the trigger. It's a nice feature that they added. But yeah, pretty cool figure. I would recommend picking it up if you can find it for a decent price. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at Shipwreck from SPYTROOPS 2003. Till next time, thanks for watching.